Imagine standing where the Apostle Paul once stood, walking ancient roads that echoed with his preaching, visiting the very cities where early churches took root under his ministry. Join us now as we trace the footsteps of Paul and the 7 churches of Revelation across Italy, Greece, and Turkey. Our journey begins in Rome, where Paul was imprisoned and eventually martyred. But before reaching Rome, Paul passed through Puteoli, a bustling port city where he met fellow believers. From there we set sail and arrived at Rhegium. The next day the south wind came up, and on the following day we reached Puteoli. There we found some brothers and sisters who invited us to spend a week with them, and so we came to Rome. Nearby lies Pompeii, a reminder of Roman power and judgment, preserved under volcanic ash. Continuing by sea, Paul briefly docked at Syracuse on the island of Sicily, spending 3 days here during his journey to Rome. In Corinth, Paul spent over a year planting one of the most influential churches in the New Testament. From the eastern port of Centuria, Paul sailed to share the gospel further, and in Athens, he stood on Mars Hill boldly proclaiming the unknown God to Greek philosophers. Paul then stood up in the meeting of the Areopagus and said, "People of Athens, I see that in every way you are very religious." Paul's longest recorded stay was in Ephesus, nearly 3 years. It was here that all Asia heard the word of the Lord. Let's hear now from someone who recently walked these ancient streets, Pastor Bob, sharing his personal experience on the footsteps of Paul and 7 churches of Revelation tour.
Hi, I'm Pastor Bob, and I wanted to let you know that I'm here in Turkey right now with Living Passages, and we just had a great tour of the city of Ephesus, which is one of the most incredible archaeological sites in the world. Was the one that was used to design all the other arches. You'll see another arch over there when we're at the Colosseum. We came down when we came into the Forum. We just passed that one arch there too. Those are the 3 that are left. Over time, a lot of them have gotten destroyed, but this one is very, very important, and so is that too. You know, it's called Colosseum because when Nero was still around, he put up this giant statue of himself, and it was called the Colossus. And so when the Colosseum was built, it was named after the Colossus, so Colosseum. What was going on this whole time was that Nero sent Vespasian to Israel. You see, these Jewish people had always been hard-hearted and stiff-necked. They weren't following the law of Rome. Rome kind of ignored the Jews as long as they were following the rules.
Artemis worship and Christianity was existing officially at the same time. One brave man whose name is Demeas destroyed the statue of Artemis, which was right at the corner, and repurposed the stones to erect a small monument right here to declare the eternal victory of Christ. He says Demeas destroyed the statue of demon Artemis and declared the symbol of eternal victory of Christ. It's R-I-C-T-O-S in Greek, and this is Christos in Greek as Christ. And this is the only stone of all Western Turkey until today. It's discovered from that era on which you have the name of Christ.
Our guide was incredibly knowledgeable and well studied. and did a very good job of explaining things and informing people on the different things, past, present, and future. I've toured with Living Passages several times. As a matter of fact, the first tour was about 7 churches, and it was excellent also. Wonderful places to stay, wonderful accommodations, lots of really good information, and the opportunity to not just read the Bible, but experience the Bible.
From Rome to Ephesus, from Athens to Laodicea, Paul's journey and the messages to the 7 churches call us to deeper faith, courage, and commitment. Will you answer that call today?